Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step... Oh, excuse...
We're one step closer to puking into his microphone.
That hurt.
Oh,
that
no.
hurt.
Oh,
Was that the sneak up kind?
John.
It snuck up on me.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, I think he threw up in his mouth.
Oh,
just a little.
Just a little. What's technically called the mini sick.
Oh, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Well,
poor
I mean,
thing.
I'm lazy enough that I'm just going to keep it in. So we'll answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? We are one step closer, oh God, to answering that question. If the first minute of the show is any indication of how long it's been since we've played and the chaos you can expect this episode, buckle up.
It's
Mm.
all the chaos.
Oh, yeah.
I am your humble lore master, Don Marshall. Around me are my friends, Tori Fox, Max Smith, Zach Smith, and Max Randolph Studios. Good God, Don. Joining us for a planned one, but inevitably 3 episodes is my dear friend Wizard Way Chris. Let's get started thanking our sponsors. One, this stream would not be possible without Free League Publishing. They graciously sent us advanced copies of their TTRPG, The One Ring, so we could play in a more fleshed out version of Middle-earth. As I record this right now, the digital version of the 5th edition D&D companion that translates all of the One Ring mechanics that we use into 5th edition D&D is currently available. I have looked through all 200 plus pages. It's very good and it's very easy to convert. So get ready. It's very good. I'm very excited for the physical edition. They haven't even asked me to mention this. I just think it's 100% worth your time if you are a D&D fan. Go to freeleaguepublishing.com to get started today. Also, thanks to the Rook and the Raven for sending us these wonderful notebooks that we have taken our lovely notes in. Again, my wife has mine, so it's never to be seen again. And thank you so much to those of you that have bought our Unpredicted Party merchandise, including I, for one, will welcome our Bird Overlords, which was released a few weeks ago, as well as the Unpredicted Party characters. Couldn't remember what they were called. I'm sick today, if that wasn't obvious by the nasally voice that I have in the giant bottle of water I'm chugging. So
Oh no.
we're all in for a treat today.
Oh,
Depending on how chaotic this is, we will have a small break halfway through. So keep an eye out on that. Special thanks to Sarah M. Shunky for doing some of the incredible artwork for this stream. The battle maps are done by Little Wit the Cartographer. You can find Little Wit on Facebook at Little Wit the Cartographer. You can find Sarah at Sarah M. Shunky on Instagram. Don't know if I mentioned that. The music has been lovingly crafted by Cullen Vance. You can go to cullenvancecreative.com to buy his music directly or stream it pretty much wherever you get your music, Spotify, Bandcamp, iTunes, all of that. As always, a very special thanks to my wife, Nat, who has been taking care of me while I have been sick and dealing with the insanity that is my brain. With all of that out of the way, are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
I believe we are.
Yes.
let's do
Let's
it.
go. When we last left off, our party got drunk, our party got tattoos, our party climbed a tree, our party cried with Thranduil at certain parts. Halloweth, you learned a bunch of magic.
I
Beery,
did.
you
Oh.
built some stuff. And Tanel, you cried with Thranduil, which honestly is quite a thing. You also got something very cool
My necklace.
from Beery. And wait, you did something. You did something. What?
I got my necklace from.
You got your necklace.
Thranduil.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
The Thranduil necklace.
Mhm.
I do want to very quickly take a moment, and apologies to the podcast folks, but there is a visual aspect that I would like to bring up. Tori, Max crafted and drew the arm, not a bracelet. There's something a little bit. Is it a bracelet or is it a decorative
armband, I guess.
armband. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing you made. I tried to explain it, but I don't know. I was like, no. Like
It makes a
hour
lot of
ago, I had
sense
to
as
scribble it
soon.
down.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense as soon as you see it. So, Tori, if you wouldn't mind looking at the screen right now, take a gander at what Max has made.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's just like the little spoon,
Deceased.
And
so
it-
deceased.
and it flips open, and it's very much like the Goonies, where you line up the stars into the thing, and then you know which direction we're headed.
That's
If-
exactly how I imagined it too.
Did it?
Max.
Okay,
Holy
good.
sh- Oh, that's so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
For-
just
Oh
the
my
silverware.
god, it's beautiful. Max, how dare you? I
What?
know.
That's
Every
beautiful.
damn time.
For those listening on the podcast, it is very elven metal wrapped several times around Tinel's
Mhm.
arm with a little compass looking thing that flips up. Like, if you ever seen the alethiometer from the His Dark Materials, the golden
Oh,
Oh
compass,
yeah.
kind of reminds me of that. You flip it up, you hold it up to the stars, and Tinel, you've got a big boost to your travel score.
I do. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
pretty sure I told you to add
You might have, and I forgot.
we'll go back afterwards to confirm it, but I'm pretty sure I told you to add either 1 or 2 dots to your travel.
I do have 1 dot to my travel, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I told you to add 2. I'm not going to look that up right now. 'Cause,
Yeah, was 1 dot.
1 dot to
Yeah.
travel. Brilliant.
People have been adding 3 skill points to their like character sheets every session, right? That's not just
Yeah. You
When
get
I
3
remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
For those that are sort of wondering in the behind the scenes, you get 3 points added to a pool every session. And so when you want to go from level 1 to level 2 in a skill, it's 1 point. Level 2 to level 3 is 3 points. 3 to 4 is 4 points. 4 to 5 is 5 points, and so on and so forth. And you will continue until I imagine, this session goes long enough. You can
It's
probably just
entirely just blocked
yeah,
out.
just a blacked out sheet, all the dots filled
We're just
in.
good at everything.
Mhm.
I mean, you
Correct.
are thousands of years old, so it makes sense.
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah,
Failure's the
meanwhile,
best
here's
thing.
Beery, who has min-maxed like 6 things total. The rest of them are just
Wait. I like when my character is terrible at certain things, but good at others. Like my favorite thing. Because then it requires teamwork, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I was talking about that to Annex, who played Haldir in this game. And Annex was like, yeah, if you had asked me to do any role play stuff, I have no insight, I have no persuasion, I have no like nothing. I had nothing.
Yep.
All right. So sorry, we got sidetracked.
That's okay.
As always.
As always.
Tends to happen.
Yes. We continue to pick up on the morning of your departure. You have, Beery, you have successfully forged a number of things. You have all sort of done what you needed to do in Mirkwood. However, it is around mid-morning that Thranduil has a few things that he wants to get done. Chris, I will hand this over to you if you would like to do these individually or together. The floor is yours.
It was more just a general. I know that the party needs to confer about where they're going next. So did you have a way you wanted to set that up, Don?
What we could do is we could call everybody into, if you are all okay, call you into a room to discuss your next plans.
Absolutely.
All right, great. So we begin this next portion of the adventure as you find the 3 of you and Thranduil laid out in front of a map on a table, figuring out what your next step is in the journey, whether you need to go north, south, east, or west. The decision is yours. Carry on, you 4.
As I have mentioned several times, Barry, we can go to Erebor. You've helped our home. We can help yours.
Beery's very tired looking, kind of bags under his eyes, been foraging kind of around the clock, and he's reeling from that. And I mean, 10, I really appreciate the thoughtfulness, but if Erebor is in trouble, then all of Middle-earth is already lost. It is the most steady and steadfast stronghold there is.
All right. It's just-
Thranduil will raise an eyebrow, but say nothing.
the army was moving. All right. And Tanel just kind of drops it.
Yeah, can I actually roll? I'm going to roll an insight into how Biri says that if he's actually,
Yeah.
if he's wanting.
Go
like,
go
I
ahead
don't know,
and make
just
an
his
insight
intentions with
check.
that. Yeah.
Meantime, depending on how he rolls, Max, I may ask you to make a roll for Beery.
Yeah. Do I need to do any rolls to hide it or anything like that?
Yeah,
or just
I'd say Halloweth, make an insight check, and Max, make a persuasion check. This will tell you the sincerity, Halloweth, of what Beery is trying to say.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you want me to tell my insight now?
Yes, tell me what you rolled.
I got a 22.
Jesus.
Beery.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Don't
be
be
suspicious.
Oh, I rolled an 18.
Oh, high,
Oh
but
my
not enough.
God.
With the difference only being 4 there, I will say this. Halloweth, you listen to Beery's explanation,
Mhm.
and in a way it makes sense. You see his point. Erebor is a nigh indestructible fortress that has previously only been defeated in its thousands of years of history by a dragon.
Mm.
Other armies broke upon it, similar to the way water would perhaps break upon some rocks. That's not 6 HP away from the final boss.
No.
Mhm,
I called
mhm,
myself early enough.
mhm,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
mhm.
But I think it's fair to say, Halloweth, you can feel Beery maybe is a little hesitant to go back. It's unclear why, and he doesn't really seem angry or upset by it. He just seems indifferent.
Okay. Okay. Then I think Halloweth's going to just sort of rise himself up. He has a very quick sort of his eyes dart towards Thranduil and then back. Then he's going to say, "Okay, I propose, due to the warnings of my heart, that we head south. We are yet to hear from Arwen Evenstar, and I believe a shadow has crossed over her path."
Just a bit of a side note, but at this point, Arwen, Eladan, and Elrohir, her twin brothers, are the closest thing he has to kin at this point, following the family trees, because he's related to Celeborn, and Celeborn is their grandfather. So, just to give context to Thranduil nodding his agreement, because he obviously cares.
It's true. It would be worth traveling south as well to see how bad it may have gotten.
Perhaps we shall go to the plains of Rohan and try and figure out the dark fate that lies over there.
Their letter back when we were in Rivendell was not comforting.
No,
Yeah, something like
bleak at best.
worm nose or something like that, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, what word from
Yes.
Rohan?
I'll chime in here real quick, just as a reminder, since it has been literally months since we have gone over this. The letter back from Rohan said something along the lines of, Theoden is dead. Eomer killed him and was subsequently killed for his actions. Grimo Wormtongue now rules in his stead and is engaged to Eowyn, or betrothed to Eowyn. Just to sort of
I
keep it
believe
short and sweet.
so the technical term is fucked.
Yeah.
as well.
It was yeah.
And that's definitely what Thranduil's thing is. Yeah, this is big news to him.
Yeah, and we
good.
relay that to him.
Mhm.
So I fear that the darkness has already spread, at least to the south, to maybe even Fangorn, that we are unsure of at the moment. But I know that Haldir, when we left Lothlorien, he expressed some concern about Fangorn.
Well, let's not try and uproot the entire forest, but we can certainly destroy this plague where it lies in Rohan.
So the Galadrim have gone south to Fangor.
I don't know. I do not know where they've turned in. Are the Rohirrim loyal to? Well, actually, we don't know if the Rohirrim are loyal to.
Yeah, we're not
Rohan
sure.
The
either.
Galadrim,
Galathrim
Yeah.
are the Lothlorien elves that
Mhm.
Haldir was. Chris,
Oh,
you're
I
getting a
see,
little
sorry.
too technical. You're getting a
You're
little
one
too
of them,
technical.
bro.
I honestly just completely misheard. I heard Irem.
It's
and
okay.
I was like,
That's okay.
yeah.
It's Elvish,
Galadrim,
one word
yeah.
sounds like another.
Well, yeah.
How many
The
elves have
Galadrim,
Galadrim?
the elves of Lorien who've gone south to to Fangorn.
Where did we direct them? Where did we send
They-
them off
The
with?
last
did.
Yeah.
it's
We
been
did-
months at this
okay,
point since
yeah.
you were
Yeah.
with Annex. Yes, the last you had spoken to Haldir.
I sent them. Yeah, I sent
Thank
them
you,
off
Tori, with
Haldir.
the notes.
Yeah, it's
flipping pages and pages.
they were going to Fangorn. However, Haldir said that if Fangorn was not safe, they would pick somewhere else, but the somewhere else was not decided.
Okay.
And I can relay that in character as
Yeah.
well.
Dark are these tidings.
It's every choice we make, there is something horrible that lies within it.
Greenwood turned dark millennia ago. It is unsafe in this forest, but Fangorn is host to its own darkness.
The Gwai here mentioned that the time of the beasts was at hand, which is why Fangorn may be an issue. And frankly, why, and she just kind of gestures without saying anything, it might be an issue.
Do you believe the people of Rohan are still loyal to the previous regime? Perhaps we could rally someone there.
That I do not know. I do not know enough of the people that reside there. I know of their history, but
I'll ask anyone who wants to can make a lore check.
Yeah, may I?
Thranduil
Yeah,
will
I
include
would like to.
for Rohan.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's have a go.
Poor Tanel might not know. Actually, I'm not going to roll because I don't think she would really know. She
That's
wouldn't.
fair.
I got 20.
20. All right.
Ooh.
Target number is
Um,
11.
Jesus.
I beat my target number by 7.
Okay. Gary.
Oh, he already knows which boot goes on which foot. Are you kidding me?
That's true.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I think he's still fearful of flubberworms. So
I was just about to bring that up. actually.
That's what we've got to remember.
Yeah.
Just so I don't actually lose that energy. So this worm tongue, ever since I heard word of flubberworms, I don't trust any worm. I feel like we should pay this little rascal a visit.
Blubberworms.
you could be
Oh,
right.
Thranduil's going to look at Halloweth.
They fly.
He's going to pointedly nod.
Yes, most dangerous creatures, but
Mm.
very difficult to persuade to darkness. So
Indeed.
perhaps they would not be in league with Gwaihir.
No, though they are particularly fond of the taste of dwarf, so we must be careful.
But we've got flubberworm lore.
Just real quick.
They did originally come from the east. That does track.
Can Tanel roll an insight check? Because her last insight on if flubberworms were real or not
That's
was not
right.
good.
That's right. That's right. Yes, I will. I will ask you to make an insight check, because
Ugh.
you didn't know if they were real or not, because Beery told you about them.
Yeah, it's true.
Deadly serious
And
business.
he was very serious, so he was not lying.
I did beat my
Thranduil's just playing along.
target number.
Okay.
Thranduil's
4.
absolutely playing along.
I'm
Straight
gonna
face.
ask both. See, this is the chaos I love. Thranduil, Halloweth, please give me persuasion checks. You have
Excellent.
to beat Tanel. What did you roll?
Oh, geez, the math already left my head. Hold on.
18, I think you said.
19.
19. You
Yeah.
have to beat a 19. Both of you.
Okay. And I know this is one of the things that you changed in my character sheet, but I don't remember how, because originally there was only 1 persuasion dot, and I think you upped it to either 2 or 3. I don't
I
remember.
believe
though.
I upped it to 2. So
okay.
yes. Okay, well,
You rolled a 10.
that's a Gandalf. That's a Gandalf for Halloweth.
Uh,
Thranduil?
14.
14. Okay, I will say, God, I can't believe these freaking dice. with a Gandalf, Tinel, you know that Halloweth is telling the truth, but you're not entirely sure if the King of Mirkwood knows what he's talking about and is just playing along.
Okay.
He seems earnest, but it's not entirely. It's like he might just be trying to play smart and
I was
like.
gonna say, just to know
He's got an excellent poker
trying
face.
to like.
Yeah.
Freshly
know,
tattooed forearms are like just riddled with like goosebumps. It's just kind of like
Literally.
over his shoulder, you know.
Oh,
When someone's describing a film that you like and it's quite clear that they haven't seen it, but they're really trying their best.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, not Master Dwarf. My caves are definitely safe.
Good to hear.
Hmm.
Tim, I really
Yes.
appreciate you wanting to go to Elbow with me and see the happenings over there. He kind of places his hand up over yours as we kind of like you look at the map table. I don't have to describe you the importance of family, and looks to Halloweth and of home. But I'm just tired of chasing fires. I feel like we need to start heading towards the inferno itself. I feel like a chicken with my head cut off, or a flubberworm. I don't know if they live as long as chickens with their heads cut off or not. Anyways, I'm getting besides the point. I really appreciate your concern, but I feel like south is where we need to go. Rohan sounds pretty nice. I've never been there.
Neither have I. So
To Rohan.
to Rohan.
That means you will need to head west out of my wood. I can aid you. My men can take you as far as Emennufuin, the edge of the mountains in the center of Greenwood. From there, a path passes southward toward the Old Forest Road, and that will take you to the Anduin. I do recommend that you stay beneath the eaves of the trees as long as possible. While the woods are treacherous, the areas of the Hithaglir are even more so.
Beery, you understood like 4 words of that. Elves, you know exactly what that meant.
Yes,
Okay,
of course.
Precisely. Yeah.
Well,
1,000-yard stare.
yeah. Okay. The decision is made to go to Rohan. I will ask before we begin this next leg of the journey, is there anything, Thranduil, that you would like to do before the 3 head out?
I think at this point, people could be dismissed to make ready, but on the way out, I would like Thranduil to sort of pull Beery aside.
Okay. Elves, are you trying to hang around or?
I can see that Thranduil wants to speak to Biri alone. I'm more than happy to prepare myself.
Is that something Thranduil's trying to do? Speak to
Yes,
Okay.
alone preferably.
Got it.
But
So
I'm
now-
not going to like yank him down an alcove
Don't
or
leave
something
me.
and threaten him. Though
Was
he
that
does he looks threatening just by default. So
That's
perhaps
right.
that's a
It's the
vibe.
spiders. It's
Yeah.
the spiders. All right. So Beery, Thranduil, as the elves leave, Beery, you see standing before you the fake elven guard who so many days ago, about probably 2 days at this point, threatened to eat your pig, who is now the King of Mirkwood, stands before you.
Gives
A word.
kind of a
A
nod.
word, if you don't mind, Master Dwarf.
Yeah, no
Walk with-
worries.
Walk with me. And he'll
Okay.
just
Well,
sort
to
of
go slow.
he'll-
Your legs a little bit longer than I.
a very slow gait for Thranduil. The armor that you forged for Halloweth. You'll see a smile come to his lips. It could repel a Morgul blade. But even Mithril cannot protect a mind that goes unfortified. The Dark Lord's lies, they ensnare the soul. They fill the mind with a sweet melody. And thus, all that he whispers would seem like wisdom, but for the warning in one's heart. I know.
I'll allow it. Carry on.
Such discernment is typically hard won, after repeated failures. But I wager there would be only one elf in existence with the patience to teach a dwarf how to hear the theme behind Morgoth's discord. And Valar know it is not me. I think he'll look back to try and check if there's any understanding.
There's a little bit but he's struggling. He has definitely like the furrowed brow of like focus and just trying to keep up with his own voices in his head. I mean, do go on. I feel like, very honeyed words. They speak for sure. It's really amazing just how persuasive the darkness is.
Indeed, it changed your entire mood in my throne room. Whose voice was it that whispered to you?
Well, I thought it was Ole. I was very excited because, I mean, well, young dwarves, we learn about our history, I love for them, but it just couldn't be. I was too hopeful.
I think he's going to pause for a couple seconds and think about that, because the implication that you're basically hearing the words of your god, but it being the darkness talking to you instead. That'll be deeply unsettling to Thranduil, who has heard the whisperings of Sauron through his woods for centuries. I think he'll stop and actually kneel down in front of you, make eye contact, very close to your level, but not attempting to threaten. He's not leaning in super close. If you would like a piece of advice, you have armed him for battle. Quite gloriously, I might add. Allow Harueth to return the favor. Let him teach you to fortify your mind that you will not be so easily deceived in the future.
Wow. I'm always so focused on giving. I don't really think much about receiving much. Is he a part of this plan? Does he know that he's supposed to teach me things? Just like coming in, like looking around like there's a big secret.
I think Thranduil will chuckle softly and just be like, we had our own conversations. I think that's he's just going to leave it at that. We had our own conversations because he did have his magical lessons, but he'll leave Harueth to discuss things.
I mean, I must warn him. I'm not a very good student. I'm kind of one that forges my own path, you see. Yeah, so he's got his work cut out for him.
Thus it requiring the patience of a saint.
Yeah.
But do give him the chance.
I'll do my best.
He'll give a nod, stand, and then motion you forward. Make ready then, and I shall see you all outside the gates.
He takes a couple steps and all of a sudden freezes and then spins around like, hey, I mean, you're coming with us, right?
Max, beer. You can't say this to every guest we have on the show.
Can we keep it?
We have adventures now.
No, Master Dwarf. It seems, since you are headed west, that I myself might have to head east. I will send missives to Esgaroth, to Lake Town, as well as to Erebor. And provided my messengers are not shot on sight by your kin, we shall open a dialogue for alliance.
That is fantastic. And just runs up and just bear hugs him around the waist. Very unceremoniously.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Just a
take
slow but insistent
Oh,
push.
you tried to hold on, but
make
releases.
make contesting strength
Oh,
checks.
let's
This
go.
is happening. This is happening.
I'm imagining just like a hand just on the
Oh, let's
forehead,
see.
just like
Yeah,
go.
Mhm, mhm.
So just a normal strength check, is that just a D12?
Oh shoot, wait, right, sorry, that's not a thing in the one. Sorry, that's not a thing in the One Ring. Yeah,
athletics,
make,
right?
yeah, make
Athletics,
contested
yeah.
athletics checks.
Woo.
Beery, make yours with
Ooh.
ill favor. Make yours with ill favor. Sorry, you're a dwarf. He's a 6,000-year-old elf. Cut me some slack. I forgot.
So
Okay.
this is an interesting roll
Oh no.
because I rolled a Gandalf on my D12 and 2 1s.
Oh, okay, okay.
So 14.
Beery,
But I don't know how to do that with two extremes.
With ill-favored, 19.
My God.
Come here, you. No, you.
But crit success.
Thranduil, I will say
It's a struggle.
it's a struggle. It's a struggle getting this dwarf off. You don't want to hurt him because you know you could, but
Mhm.
there's that like, all right, kid, time to get off. Let go of mommy's
Uh,
leg. This is
In order to dislodge him, can I take one of the spiders and just have it dangle down onto him?
Or like as he kind of watches it get near him, like, whoa, and releases. We're gonna have to work on that. We'll work on your hugs, but hey, that means
Takes the
worlds.
spider and puts it on one of the tree roots nearby.
Okay, so I don't know much about history. I don't know much about our peoples, but I feel like we can thrive together. It makes no sense to me that there's this strange divide between our peoples.
It is because you don't know our history that you think thus. But an effort shall be made. That is the only promise I can make.
Okay, are you going to mention my name?
Is there a reason I should not?
Beery thinks about this for a long couple seconds.
Mhm.
He's a patient elf. He can wait.
He's got a couple seconds in him, you know. Nah, do it. I could
I'd
work
like
on
to.
my
I'd like to
reputation.
roll
Yeah,
a perception
I'm
or
gonna
something.
make an insight check for me, Chris. Let's see how
I am so upset Tanel is not there.
Yeah.
I feel
Would
like
be
my
ma- I-
reputation
I would have some questions.
could use some repair. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is 18. Beat my target number by 3.
and
boy.
Beery, remind me of your wit score.
Oh, wit? Just the
Yes,
score.
just
it
your
is
score with the wit.
13.
13. Beery, roll me a d6. If you can roll a 5 or a 6, it'll be hard to read. It's a 1. Okay, so
Oh dear.
yeah, Thranduil, you are not sure whether or not you should put Beery's name in the missive because what he is saying is so conflicting that it's unclear if he is hated in Erebor, mistreated or abused in Erebor, loved in Erebor, or just mildly accepted as a bit of an oddball.
Being the suspicious sort, I think Thranduil will approach any naming of anybody with great caution.
Mhm.
So I think he'll just tuck away that response for future use.
Okay. So Thranduil, is there anything else you'd like to do as you talk with Beery?
No, again, he was waving him off before. He shall do so again, and
Oh, right, the hug. I
hand
forgot about the hug.
out
Yeah.
to
He-
stay
still
any
keeping the
further
guard up.
contact.
Yeah. Well, we'll need provisions, and by provisions I mean wine. We have a cart. Could you spare, let's say, a barrel?
2 bottles.
6.
3. Final offer. 1 for each is more than enough.
Very well. Deal.
Now go
Okay.
make ready, for God's sakes.
And scene. We will
Wonderful.
transition very briefly. I'll ask Halloweth to Nell. Anything you would like to do before we move on?
Oh, just make ready.
All right.
I think. Well, I think Howlett's going to go and just go back to Thranduil and just kind of stand, kind of awkwardly in the doorway for a second, and
Okay.
he's just going to kind of lay down and say like, we really appreciate your generosity and change of heart and attitude.
Yes,
towards-
I have been generous, have I not?
Very much so, your king. My king. Sorry, your majesty. My hiney. Majesty.
Oh my god.
My hiney.
I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt.
I think
too.
Thranduil is actually going to laugh. I think he'll just
Yes. I will not forget last night. It was a more memorable experience.
I think he's going to take his chin between, fingers and just shut him up with a firm kiss. Shut him up.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Halloweth.
Hallowell just goes bright red. He smiles, gives a little bow, and leaves with a little look back over his shoulder.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
What the
Okay.
hell? Okay.
And Beery was shot down for a hug?
I am missing everything.
Okay.
well, I mean, you're the one who hit the sauce so hard to now.
That's true.
That's
Tanel
true.
is hungover.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Okay. So there's a lesson to be said about consent at the table and making sure that all of your people players, not characters, are comfortable. And I just want to make sure that we're all good here with everything
I
that
spoke
just
to Zach
happened.
in advance.
You
Incredible.
rascals.
Incredible. That's why you asked me for. Oh, you sneaky. I'm the one that does things behind your backs. No fair.
Zach,
You
is
said you loved
blushing.
co-DMing with me.
We had a little talk.
We had a bit of a chat.
A couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Listen, I know the tension was there last time. I just didn't know if that was.
Yeah, we talked. We talked about things that would have happened off screen.
Okay.
Per se.
Oh,
Wow.
live chat's going to love this.
Oh,
I'll
chat,
cut
here
all
we
of this
go. Okay.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Damn.
The tension was there, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't do anything without Zach's consent prior.
Amazing.
So I didn't
Amazing.
act on it until I talked to him.
Amazing.
That's wonderful.
Amazing.
My heart's about to explode.
I
right now.
know.
Oh, I'm gonna have
So
to put-
Tanel might have back, but Halloween's the one who got tail.
Granddaddy got game.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh crap! I'm gonna have to put both of you on a t-shirt now. Okay, well that's.
We need fan art.
Oh God! I can't believe.
Be
I'm
still
about
my heart.
to- Woo! Okay.
Anyways.
Was not expecting that though. Thank you, Zach.
Of course. Thought I'd set it up for something anyway.
Good God! All right. Advice given, kisses had, hugs somewhat rejected, and juicy moments completely missed. Tanel, you find yourself alone with Gorge, with the 3 horses out of the cart, waiting
Gorge.
for the rest of everyone to come back. Gorge looks up at you just like,
Beats me. And she looks around, squints to see if she can tell where the sun is.
Where is everyone?
Uh,
Beery comes marching over with 3 bottles of wine, like, yeah.
Beery, I can't. Just put
Okay,
it in the
so
cart.
they're probably in a place where they can leave then, probably like the inner
Well, the inner chamber that leads sort of out in the same way sort of the Hobbit.
out to the gates. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Cool.
After a little bit, Beery shows up and call it an extra 20 minutes later, Halloweth shows up. Halloweth, I would like you
Yeah.
to make me should this be an awareness check or a persuasion check?
You could make it scan to see if he has any passion marks on his body.
Oh! I'm scanning.
I was gonna say an ore check.
Off camera, I might delete this, just to be clear. If there are things beyond that, Zach, I think you said you walked away. Are we thinking this is a fade to black moment? I just want to make sure we're all.
There was a little look of. I said he looks over his shoulder to leave it open.
Gotcha.
And the scene fades to black. Zach, God, Jesus. When I thought this episode was going to be chaotic, I thought it was going to be me, but no, it's my players. Zach.
I had plans.
Yeah, no kidding, you did. All those texts you sent me made sense. Yeah, Chris, what was it you suggested for Halloweth to hide the hickey? I mean the
Well, Halloweth has long hair. Depending on how he styles it, he might be trying to conceal something.
Incredible.
I don't think he's even. His mind is a blissful fog right now. He's not about it.
Tanel, you see the strangest sight you've ever seen. Halloweth is smiling.
Are you still drunk?
That's one way of putting it, I suppose. Yes.
What?
Never mind. He just gives a little head pat and he's like,
Tanel actually
there's
looks
something
at
different.
Gorge.
Gorge just look back up at you.
No. Something's different about you, sir. I rolled a 17 on scan. Does he see the hickey?
Halloweth,
yeah.
I'm gonna let the dice decide this one.
Okay.
Roll me a d12, a 6 or higher. A 7 or higher. You had your hair down the whole day. A 6 or lower. Beery notices that you have changed your hairstyle.
Oh, is his hair messy? Oh,
It's a 9.
It's a 9. All right.
dang it.
So Beery.
I love this so much.
All right, keep your secrets.
Oh, there we go. You know what? I'll allow it.
Yay.
Thank you.
He's getting soft, unlike Halloweth.
I wasn't gonna say a damn thing.
Zach
Jesus.
Sorry.
Zach
It was
Smith.
open. It was an open goal. I couldn't. Actually, I'm not going to continue that because there's too many things that could branch off that one phrase. So I'm just gonna-
Let's stop before we get too deep, shall we say?
Oh my
Mhm.
God. Oh.
Kind of reaches up and pokes Halloweth's chest. Now there's something different about it, and I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna make
But
you
I like
make
this
a
new side of you.
I'm gonna
Good to
have
have
you
you.
make a scan check every single day until you get to Rohan.
Mhm.
Anyway, the
Well,
jour-
Brand I do have a thing to see them off at least. So
by all means, as
we-
you three are at the gate, Gorge, Cart.
Thranduil will join them, and I'm not sure if anyone is suspicious enough that they feel the need to check Thranduil.
Would Throndo be trying to hide this, Chris?
Not at all.
That's hysterical.
But he does have hair that hangs
That's
down.
true.
So
He
Yeah.
can cover most of it. If you would like to make an insight check, Beery, Tanel, you can. But
Beery's just totally focused on Halloweth.
okay,
He doesn't have the awareness to like read the room, you know.
Tori, it's up to you.
that's true.
21. So
Perhaps half of his hair is behind his shoulder.
Nope, Tanel, they fucking.
You see the sort of like visage that Tanel tries to have constantly. She just goes just keeps looking down.
Yeah. On a 21, yeah.
So Thranduil approaches. I think he spares a glance to Halloweth. Let's see. Shoot. I'm like, notes.
Find your notes.
We messed
Yep,
with
yep.
things.
That's okay.
You guys take notes?
Of course.
Sorry.
We sent you one of our sponsors sent you a notebook, Max.
It's somewhere.
yeah. Find it.
In the darkness.
So I think Thranduil approaches. His crown at this point, I think, has actually been cleared of any remaining spider webs and spiders. There's a slight visual change.
Knocked
And
the cobwebs
he-
off, did it?
And his fellow, I believe it was Hrovandir, is going to be next to him carrying a small platter
Sure.
of some sort. And there's going to be some bright green fabric on them. So Thranduil is going to stand in front of the three of them and remind them the path that they are about to take. You'll be going much the way you came, but certainly leaving in far better manner than my last prisoners did. As I said before, I do recommend that you stay within the shadow of the trees as long as possible before you make your way west from the forest to the Anduin. Again, you don't know what eyes will be watching. Take care when you cross the Old Forest Road. It is typically used for enemies at this point, so it is not safe. But once you get to the Anduin, if my guards are doing their job, they will see you before you see them. But these will make sure that they make themselves known and you will be in no danger from our people. And so gestures, Ravander can come forward. He's going to take a length. These are basically sashes, if you will, green fabric. And at the end of the sashes, I'd like there to be Thranduil's personal heraldry on them.
Sure.
So not just the Greenwood heraldry, but Thranduil's himself. So this is a sign that you have Thranduil's blessing to be doing whatever you're doing. So I think he'll take the first one, probably a shorter length, and he'll go to Biri, and he's just going to point at his arm, and he'll tie it onto the dwarf's forearm up here.
I like it. Very fetching. Thank you.
And keep it on until you are safely down the Anduin.
I'll never take it off.
He means that.
small smile. Step to Nell, slightly longer sash, I believe, and he'll just get a little close, but enough to drape it over your shoulders, like like a scarf. And I think there'll be a small smirk because you have an expression on your face.
Her eyes are
amusing.
her eyes are
Glued to
super
your neck.
wide, but like the rest of her face is a stone. She's like, "Thank you again for," and she taps the necklace, but is like still very nervous.
And he'll nod and step back, and he'll take the third length. And this one, I think Thranduil's going to step to Halloweth, and he's sort of gonna whip the sash to the side and then back around his waist, and just give him a little tug forward. And in his personal space, making no other contact, but certainly in his personal space, he's going to tie it around his waist.
It's got so horny so fast. Okay.
I'm not
Ashes.
done.
Oh Okay. By all means, Chris.
This is going to sound a bit odd, but can I have Halloweth do a roll of some sort, just a pass-fail?
Like just a straight
What?
D12 roll?
If we wanted to do, a D6 and do odd or even, or 1 to 3 versus 4 to 6.
You mentioned this before, Chris. Yeah,
Yes.
Halloweth, roll me a d6. Chris, you can decide odd or even.
It's a 5.
Okay, we'll call that success. Thranduil pulls out a coin. And on this coin, very easily visible, there will be the greenwood crest on one side, like a shield, and then some crossed daggers on the other side. And Thranduil's going to hold it up to Halloweth. And he's just going to say, to commemorate the game we enjoyed last night. And he's going to toss the coin, and can you make another roll for me?
It's a 6.
Well done. I think that the Thranduil will chuckle softly and say, let's hope your luck holds till we meet again. And he's going to take the coin, and I think you're wearing a quiver of some sort.
Yeah, for arrows.
Arrows. I think he's going to tuck it into sort of the pocket of your quiver. Again, personal space.
And Nell just wide-eyed looks down at Beery silently.
Barry's looking at the stash on his arm. Look at it.
Completely oblivious. By the way, for those listening on the podcast, I do just want to give you a visual representation. Tori is clutching that little potato plushie I had on pre-order all those months ago, just for comfort, and it is just the most adorable thing watching her while these two.
So cute.
I mean, comfort food, comfort potato.
Yeah, comfort potato.
All right, coin in quiver, sash around waist. Thranduil, do you have any other surprises for me?
No more surprises.
I don't
But
believe you.
still close to Halloweth, I think he's going to say, do take care not to die. And he steps back and addresses the entire group. It would be such a shame for us to only meet again on the hither shores. No gelini raidlin ano adelen I west.
I was so hoping we'd get Elvish. Chris, would you kindly translate what you just said?
Sure, again, it's no gelin I raidlin ano adelen I west. Says, may your paths be green and the breeze behind you. Oh, in Sindrin.
Oh, insane.
Goodness.
Okay. Amazing.
Sorry.
And no, that's okay. And with that, Beery.
Yes.
Yes.
After that really wonderful Elvish language that Beery has no idea what was said, places a fist over his chest and actually responds with a farewell in
In
Elvish
Coastal?
bow. Yeah.
Or do you make
which
an
is
attempt at
so far a
Elvish?
very secretive language, but it gives you a little farewell. Snatches the platter
Aw.
from whoever was holding on to it,
Ravandir. Yeah.
puts it under his arm. Well, thank you so much for your gifts. And loads it in the cart. I wish you were coming with us.
Yeah, we should be on our way. We should be on our way.
just echo, like, get lost. Go.
And with
But I
that-
do think he'll give Halloweth just a final wink and he'll turn and leave.
A little final blush from Howard.
And poor Tanel is the only one that knows. She's just struggling with this.
just back and forth, like
Tennis.
Yeah.
with a
Absolutely.
with a final wink, a final blush, and a final theft of an elven piece of silverware. The three of you make your way out of yet another elven kingdom. We are going to take our quick 5-minute break here and say our farewells. Chris, thank you so
Yes,
much
thank you.
for being
You
here.
are so welcome.
Thanks
you.
for doing my
And
job
thank
for the
you.
last 45 minutes. This
Yeah.
has been
Well, and
lovely.
also,
Yeah.
Zach, thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, of course. Thank you for our conversations. They were great
Yes.
fun. So
It really was.
yeah.
You guys exchanging smutty text messages again. What's
Whoa.
happening?
Too saucy.
Nothing untoward. It was just it
All
was-
prim and proper and whatnot.
We
Meanwhile,
didn't co-author a fanfic in the
No.
meantime, okay?
Are you going to? Is that
Well, you never
That'd be
say
so
never,
fun.
but
or I
Don't
mean,
give me hope, Zach. Don't do that to me.
I mean, Chris, you do write fan fiction, and Zach, you do narrate.
I do,
audio
that's true. I do. There is a. I
Keep an
have
eye out on the
narrated-
merch store.
I have narrated Vampire Erotica in my time, so
That's
it's,
true.
yeah, and also I write.
Gee, and I've written
I've,
vampire erotica in my
I've,
time.
I've adapted a screenplay of the Aeneid, so technically I write as well. So
Whoa.
maybe
Okay.
I used to, I have a screenwriting degree.
Do you actually?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
This will have to happen off camera.
Yes.
It is. Here, hang on.
Thank you so much for
do you just
having
have
me
your
on the
just
show.
Thank you.
This is my
Chris, we
script, which I
love
wrote.
you.
Hey, that's amazing.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Is that your
man.
guys' conversations?
Yeah, this is
Printed
our
out the
Halloweth
text.
Thranduil fanfic in screen form.
Listen. I'm sure if it doesn't yet, live chat has already started writing it.
Oh,
They
Absolutely.
They played a game. That's all I shall say. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Halloweth
yeah.
apparently was in charge, shall we say.
Chris,
Whatever that means. That's what the
Chris.
heads or tails thing was.
Thank
Oh, shit.
You're
Chris,
welcome.
thank you so much.
Chris, I love you.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
Bring
I
a little
love you.
spice. That's what I'm here for. Thank you, everybody. I will enjoy being in live chat.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Chris. Thank
Hi,
you.
Chris, thank you.
We love you.
Oh. And welcome back. I'm not even going to explain what happened when we last left off, because if you... Anyway, the party makes their way out of Mirkwood with their new cart. And the elves, being, very skilled in travel and knowledge, we don't really need to, roll for every day going out of the woods, reaching through the Black Road. What I will have you roll for, though, is how well your journey goes, how long it takes you, and whether or not you are going to run into any enemies. So, as is tradition, I would like someone to make me a scan check, someone to make me an awareness check, and another person to make me a travel check.
I have 4 in awareness now. So would you guys?
3.
Okay.
Wow.
Would you like me to? That's where I put my skills this time.
I have 3 in awareness and 2 in scan. I assume I'll be doing travel.
What's your
Yeah.
scan
I'll
theory?
do scan.
Not great.
Perfect.
Your favorite in scan, right, Barry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5 for travel.
5 for travel. Okay.
20 even for
Okay.
awareness.
Got it.
That beats my target number by 6.
18, and I rolled a 6.
18 plus a 6. Okay, good to know. All right. You 3 spend about the first 15 minutes of the journey on the sort of road that they have crafted outside. There's not, maybe Chris is going to correct me on this later. There's not terribly many roads outside of the Elven Kingdom. It's fairly hidden. But yes, you are
Old Forest
making
Road.
for the Old Forest Road. You're going to be heading south towards the Old Forest Road. From there, you will head west and then hit the Anduin and go down.
Didn't Thranduil tell us don't take the Old Forest Road?
We are taking that west, but staying like off the main trail,
Okay.
Yeah, just
I believe.
you'll know to follow it and go west, but you won't be directly on
Okay,
it. Okay, so
cool.
anyway, about 15 minutes after you exit and continue on your travels, you hear a flutter and you watch as an enormous raven lands Tanel on your shoulder.
Look.
Thank God.
I was flubberworms for a second.
Okay.
The rook opens its mouth. Where have you been? Alouith, this does not surprise you, Beery, Tanel. You are freaked out.
I hate this forest.
Apologies, Miss Tanel. It is I, Alatar.
Great. We're in Mirkwood.
Yes, I can see that. I've been looking for you. I
We-
assume you were captured by the king.
Yes.
And what news of Thranduil?
He will be assisting us.
These are good tidings.
Not immediately, but when called upon. He's given me an item to be able to do that.
You see the big eyes just sort of go right down
Yeah.
to your neckline.
Pull the scarf out.
Fascinating. May I examine?
Yes.
And he, in his sort of like, it's an actual raven, but he's got, animal telepathy powers. He's kind of just looking straight at it and goes, and like pecks at it a little bit and kind of
don't do that.
Gets a little bit of apologies.
Sorry. It's just, I don't know.
Ancient. It is ancient. Quite fascinating. Very well.
Yes.
Where are you off to now?
We are heading south towards Rohan at the moment, but eventually Gondor.
Do forgive me, you 3. I was under the impression that Rohan was under the thumb of great evil, as you explained.
Yes, we also want to see how bad it's gotten and what
And-
actions we need to take.
You 3 have a habit of sticking your necks where they may not otherwise belong. Though I suppose, had you not, I would be in a crystal at the moment.
Yes.
Very well. I cannot maintain this spell for all time, So I shall leave you to your journey. Do you require anything?
And Tanel looks at the rest of the group. I do not.
Beady black eyes staring at both you, Beery and Halloweth.
Jeffrey Beer does not like birds very much. He's just kind of like,
Very well. Master Halloweth, and looks directly at you, Halloweth.
Hello, Alatar.
Several days ago, you and I had a conversation
Mm-hmm.
about a certain item worn on a finger. And I felt a great evil escape this forest not 2 days ago. In front of your friends, would you care to explain?
Well, yes, there was a potential for danger, but the situation has been resolved. You have no need to fear.
That's what you said the last time.
Yes, but I mean it now.
Make a persuasion check. And you know what? Make it with advantage because you're actually telling the truth and you're
Yeah.
the happiest
Yeah.
you've been in years,
Mhm.
hundreds, if not thousands.
Oh my god.
Ah, bollocks. Okay. Oh, I hit my target number. Exactly.
Amazing. All right. The bird cocks its head a little bit. The ring is destroyed.
Indeed it is.
The bird glances up and around.
Zach,
And-
is Halloweth wearing his armor?
Yes. Yes, he is.
So the remnants of the ring would still be that kind of top button.
Oh, that's,
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
Just
Be-
reminding you.
That's true.
Beery,
That's true.
would
That's
you
true.
would you like to? You can hear this bird. Would you like to chime in with that?
No. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Well-
He doesn't trust this bird at all. No way.
Halloweth,
Halloweth,
would you
the-
like
the
to
ring-
mention that? I'll
The ring
allow.
is wonderfully and beautifully destroyed, as exhibited here and created, forged magnificently by Beery of Erebor. And his
Fascinating.
gestures down.
Hold out your arm and flutters off of your arm, Tanel, and again stares directly at the center of your chest. Cocks its head, taps it a little bit. Absolutely remarkable. Well done,
Indeed.
you three. Your resistance to the corrupting powers is admirable.
I thank you.
Very well. To Rohan, then.
To Rohan.
Yes.
The bird shall stay with you, but I shall check in only if need be. I confess you may call on me. I may not be at your beck and call.
Where are you?
Where we said we would be. On our way to Isengard.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you. Be careful.
You
Your
as well.
best.
You watch as the bird gives a quick shudder flap of its wings, and Halloweth, you see in its eyes something sort of changes, and you know Alatar is no longer there.
The bird just looks dumber now.
I mean, it's a smart Radagast.
Maybe it's just a
raven, but
bird now. Okay.
Yeah.
get off.
Okay. Bye, Rook. Rook the
Uh,
Raven.
All right. With those rolls that you made, I will say that your journey passes with relative ease as you cross the smaller river within, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's within Mirkwood, heading towards the Old Forest Road. As you make your way on the Old Forest Road, you do see footprints of large animals, things like bears, a couple of spider tracks, but they are all heading either south or east, sort of towards the trail where they can sort of skirt around and avoid most parts of Mirkwood. But I will say, for the purposes of this, it takes you a few days and you reach the edge of the forest, no problem.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
It will take you by boat several days to get from where Mirkwood is. Yeah, Tori's got the map behind her. I apologize. I didn't have the actual map made.
Oh, you're fine.
It will take you several days, but you will travel through areas that you have already tread. So you will go through the Gladdenfield Pass where you met Alma and her mother, whose name you never learned.
Yeah.
That's right.
Also pass pretty close to Lorien, to
Mhm.
Lothlorien. So the opportunity is there for you to check in there. From there, you do have the option to go to Fangorn if you take the Limelight River, if you want to travel slightly more west. But from there, if you need to go to Rohan, the fastest way there is basically how the Fellowship did, near Amon Hen, where they had the battle in Boromir.
And then through the
fell.
Emyn Wheel.
Yes,
the
and
Emyn
then
Wheel. Okay.
through the Emyn Wheel. But then because you are going west, you would travel through the East Emlet towards the West Emlet, and then generally towards what I think, I don't know if we said it, but I think it'd probably be Edoras that you'd head to, just to sort of check things out.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I will leave it for you three to decide if you want to go by foot, if you want to take time to build a raft. The choice is yours.
The river does the river run south or runs?
The river runs
North.
south. You
Okay.
had a little bit of the extra Galadriel magic just
Right,
to
yeah.
speed you on your journey. But it is totally up to you right now.
And there are no. Right. Yeah, we have to build a raft. We can build a raft.
Yeah.
You want to build a raft?
Yeah.
So let's build a raft.
Okay.
We'll be led by Barry, the craftsman.
You will. Beery. Okay, I'll allow this. Beery, you have favor in craft, correct? Or you're just super high?
Is he favored? Yes.
Okay. I will say, just for time purposes, Beery, you can instruct the two elves how to help you, in which case they would roll on their own with advantage, or they can help you, in which case you would make the sole roll, but it would probably take you a little bit longer.
Ooh, this is gonna be a fun challenge for him because he's never delegated before. He usually is just kind of living in his own head. So I think he's gonna attempt to delegate everybody, and I think he's gonna use the problem here is the horse.
Horses.
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah.
3 horses.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, mainly about the cart, because we can transform the cart into the primary platform for the raft.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take the wheels off the axle. Those are kind of like little outriggers, and pile into the cart and all with all the stuff. Add as much wood as we possibly can. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna transform the cart into the raft, but also not destroy it, so we can put it back together.
Barry,
Gotcha.
do me a favor, just so I can make sure that this is done properly. You have seen a raft crafted by the elves of Lothlorien.
This is true.
I will say, if you would like, roll a d12 for me. I want to see if this works out. Roll a d12 for me.
10.
10. Not only will you have advantage having seen this raft, you do remember some of the design. I will say that if you roll well enough, you will have no problem making this raft because you are trying to emulate what Galadriel created.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do. If you want to try your own style, that's fine, but just...
No.
Okay.
Because Erebor doesn't have rafts. So like he's very open to new input. He's going to start working with the others, and instructing them like, okay, we need to grab this log here and lash it to that. And, help me with this axle. We need to pop this wheel off, so on and so forth.
Okay.
All right.
Here's what I'm going to ask you all to do. Beery, please make me a craft check with advantage and also an enhearten check. I want to see how well you can delegate the instructions. Meantime, the two elves, Halloweth, Tanel, please give me an awareness check for both of you to see how well you understand the instructions.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, Gandalf and a 6.
Oh,
Hey!
I am listening. I am attentive.
Okay.
I only rolled a 10.
Okay.
But one of them is a 6.
But one of them is a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of them's a 1.
Okay.
It's
Beery.
not a good roll.
So craft is a 20, but his enheartened delegation is a 3.
A 3.
Just put that over there. No, not there. No, just give it
You
to me.
pointed.
It's not going well. He's having a hard time delegating work.
As easy as you think this might be to start, Beery, it's about 8 hours of do that. Go there. You put it in the water. It sinks immediately. You quick pull the card out. You do it again over and over. We're going to montage this for the sake of ease, but you do with, thank God you rolled that Gandalf, Zach, and a good craft check as well. It takes you a while, several hours. It's nighttime by the time you're done. But you sit sweaty, exhausted, covered in dirt and wood chips and just grime. But the raft not only floats, but holds. I mean, it's huge. It's got 3 horses on it and the 3 of you plus Gorge. But it holds your weight. It doesn't resemble at all what Galadriel's raft was. And Tanel, you've got like a splinter that you got kind of with that roll. Yeah, no, you were struggling.
I would like to be out of this forest immediately.
Agreed.
I never thought I'd say that about a forest.
And I'm really surprised. Beery's just like pacing, very upset with just how it all kind of turned out. It didn't happen the way it happened in his mind. So we making camp or we setting sail?
Can Tanel actually do a scan check just around, like to see how exposed we are?
Yeah.
If we do decide to stay here. Oh, Jesus. 8. Not even
8.
close.
Yeah, the cover here, not great. You're pretty much beyond the forest, like the forest line. You're pretty much in the open. You're on the bank. It's like a small slope, kind of similar to where the fellowship was by the waterfall, but like there's no trees, there's no cover.
Let's set sail.
Yes, let's set sail.
Okay.
Well, I guess take turns with watch.
And
just
paddling.
to be safe. And and paddling.
I'm imagining we'll just do kind of like the gondola, with like the long stick kind of guiding us. Okay.
Yeah, you can go. What is it called?
Gondola?
No, but
The rudder.
The singing?
No. Who's the guy? They have a particular
Gondolier.
name.
The
Gondolier.
Gondoliers, I think. Yeah, pretty sure.
I thought it was
I have no idea.
a punter, wasn't it? Punting.
Oh yeah, punting. That's a UK
yes.
thing. Yes.
Oh, is
yes,
it? Oh.
yeah. Punters are yes. I've
Okay.
been punting once before. It was like all right.
Well, anyway, yeah. So one, and then whoever isn't punting, will have the accordion.
Yo sono la mina. I don't think that was actually
Super
Italian, I'm
stealthy.
sorry. Yeah.
Super stealthy with that.
Okay. Now, given that you are traveling at night, I am going to say that you will be able to make your sort of stealth checks with advantage in terms of being seen. However, because it's nighttime, I know the elves' vision is better, but Beery's is not. So you're going to be rolling a number of checks. So who's going to be taking this first nighttime punt, as it were?
I think maybe Beery would definitely try to raise his hand. Try to get as much light as he possibly can before it gets
that's true.
too dark.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Beery
Okay.
first.
All right. Beery, I would like you to make me a travel check as well as an athletics check, please. The other two, please make scan checks. And you're elves, so I'll just say normal scan checks. No advantage or disadvantage. Or excuse me, favor or ill favor.
So his target number is 16, which he got a 9 for, but his athletics. Oh,
There we go.
well, I rolled a Tanel, and
Mhm.
Yay!
That's amazing. I love that we're calling it that and not Gandalf. That makes me very
Me too.
22 for athletics.
22. Okay, great.
Nice.
Halloweth.
Oh crap! Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. I just need to. You're on lookout
Yeah.
or accordion duty, whichever. Although, didn't
yeah.
you say you had a loot?
Oh,
One of
that's
those
true. You
episodes?
know what?
Yeah.
I did.
Are you
Yeah.
plucking
Let's roll-
along?
Let's roll. I'm gonna pluck along. I'm gonna. How would I?
Give me a shanty.
Yeah. What role would I even do for that?
You can.
Harden?
There is technically there is a song.
There is.
Check.
Oh, did we black
we
that?
scratch.
We need to stop
Hold on.
scratching things out.
Yeah, seriously,
I
that's my
got
fault.
you.
No, here's what I'll do. I'll say, Halloweth, give me a song check. This is going to be your strength target number. You're close to 7,000-ish years old.
Yeah.
1d12, 3d6.
Okay.
So say the elves.
Oh.
Yeah, you immediately get 2 to song for the
Yeah,
elves.
yeah.
So,
Oh, nice.
it
Okay.
should be pretty high
Adding-
for you, anyways.
Okay. Yeah. I beat my target number by 3.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
The scene continues
Oh,
from utter frustration and just anger almost. And Halloweth, you sit on this boat and you smile again. And you keep smiling and you pull out the lute and you start humming a little song, thinking about the last 24 hours or so. But with that strength check, I'd say, Beery, you have no problem steering through calm waters, and it's actually quite a nice ambiance. The horses are somewhat calm. Tanel, you can't see a thing. The hair is just disheveled in your eyes. You're like, I guess there's maybe a rock out. I don't know. It looks fine.
Yeah, she's just like, even still just a little bit hungover, just like, this day should be over by now.
Beery's kind of grumpiness about the state of the raft kind of fades away as he's kind of steering. And that's lovely, my friend. Something's different about you, and I'm gonna figure it out. Mark my words.
At that, Tanel looks over her shoulder and directly at Halloweth.
For those listening on the podcast, there's a lot of facial expressions.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
back and
podcast
forth. No,
listeners.
it's okay.
Yeah, sorry, podcast.
That's what I'm here
If you want
for.
to find out, go check it out on YouTube. It's very
Yeah,
simple.
seriously. There was some great moments in that quick 5 seconds. Oh, all right. As the three of you make your way downriver, the night passes fairly calmly. But Beery, eventually things do go dark and you will need one of the elves to take over.
All right, who's next?
I guess that's me.
Oh, here you are. It really helps if you just kind of dig your hip into it a little bit and, muscle around that way. Use leverage. Don't try to, you're not going to move the river.
All right. Okay.
Hey, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yes, of course.
You both are acting so funny.
Well, and she shows the necklace that Thranduil gave her. And I don't have everything that it does, but she basically just says that I can use this to call upon Thranduil in a time of need.
Oh, no, that's handy.
Yes, I wasn't expecting it. It was a fantastic honor, and it's been a day.
It has been. It really has been. We have that elven wine. No.
Oh, Beery,
we
and
gotta
she like
ration it
you,
out. We gotta
you see
ration
her
it
go
out.
completely pale, and she goes, give me just a few more days maybe before I
Okay.
partake.
Or decades.
Hands her the
That too.
oar, rudder gondola thingy.
Yep.
Good luck. Wake me up if anything happens, okay?
Yes, of course.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Tanel,
Mhm.
an athletics check, please.
Oh boy. Okay.
And
Ooh.
Beery, you're gonna sleep, yes?
He's exhausted. He like worked
Yeah.
around the clock a couple
Yeah.
nights ago.
Halloweth, please make me a scan check.
Oh my
Tanel.
Well, no.
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 How much no?
It's I rolled a 3. So I hold on. Let me do my math again.
Is that an Eye of Sauron?
No,
rolling a 3?
no. It's just a 3 and a couple 2s. So I did not beat my target number. I missed it by 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have rolled like 3 or 4 3s tonight.
Wow.
I hit my target number exactly for the scan check.
You spend almost till dawn riding the river. Tanel, you're struggling a lot.
Mhm.
And it is around, actually, before we do this, Tanel, Halloweth, do you have any conversations you want to have, like Beery and Tanel? Tanel, you want to bring anything up right now?
Yeah, so she's been keeping it in, but since
Beery's
I'm struggling,
snoring,
yeah,
so is Gorge.
since I'm struggling with the rudder, just at a certain point in the silence, Tanel goes, "The king?"
I'm bizarrely attracted to powerful characters. What can I say? He showed
Wow.
me strength, I showed him mine.
All right. It was unexpected, but I guess it also helped. He's
Yes.
firmly on our side now, I would suppose.
I think so. I certainly stretched his longbow.
Hey,
Tanel actually just turns completely away, like, let's go of the rudder. It's like, oh god.
You asked. I don't know what. Okay.
It's fine. Also, unrelated entirely.
Mhm.
I think we should start teaching Beery a little bit of Elvish.
That could be useful. I actually plan to teach him to fortify his mind further. We don't want another slip up.
Yes, that's a good idea. It's just I don't know how much Elvish the humans know, but if we could have at least a way that the three of us could converse a bit more privately.
Agreed. Well, we shall provide daily lessons, maybe 1 or 2, I was going to say phrases, but words may sink in.
I was about to say, I think we should just words to start, short,
start
sweet,
slow.
to the point.
Yeah. Let's start with words like beer and wine and mutton.
Stop.
Yes.
That's Darrow, by the way. in case
Darrow.
anyone-
Or just write that down real
Yeah.
quick.
Oh, it's a fun, obscure Lord of the Rings fact for you.
There
all.
you go.
Mm.
We got one this episode.
We did. I mean, we did get Chris literally speaking Elvish. So
That's
yeah.
very true, yes.
All right. Carry on.
That was it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Halloweth,
Hmm.
I'd like you to give yourself 2 hope points.
Oh,
Aww.
yay. Thank you.
Halloweth, would you like to take over for this part of the...
I shall.
All right. Tanel, give me a scan check. Halloweth, give
Mhm.
me a strength check.
Is that straight strength roll or athletics?
Excuse me, athletics.
Okay.
You joking?
Oh no. Oh no. I got a 14. I beat my target number by 2.
I rolled a 7 total.
Tori, you're like queen of opposites.
I rolled another 3. I rolled another 3. This is I don't even
He's
know.
hungover and seasick.
Change-
is
Yeah.
what's going on.
Change
Pretty
your
much.
D12.
Yeah, they're both going over here with potato. Just gonna keep them. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Halloweth,
Mm.
I would also like you to make me a scan check.
That's fair.
True. I tunneled, or not so much this episode. I guess I Gandalf.
You Gandalf?
Yeah, that's like two.
Yeah.
I've had 2 or 3.
Yeah, you're on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Halworth's rolling
That's
better than he
great.
ever has done.
Halloweth.
Hmm.
In the early morning hours as you take over, as Beery starts to roll, you can tell he's probably going to get up.
Mhm.
You hear a bow twang. And Tanel, completely obliviously, an arrow flies dead center in between you and the sleeping forms of Beery and Gorge. I need both of you to make insight checks quickly.
Oh God. Sugar.
Mhm.
There. Okay, that's better.
Yeah. 21.
21.
21.
I missed my insight by 1.
That's perfect because you were actually drunk when this happened.
Yeah.
Halloweth.
Mm.
This is a Mirkwood arrow, and you would recognize it as one that you were shooting towards the contest that you had a couple of nights ago.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can instantly tell that it was fired from the tree line in the bank where you are. And it's pretty close to where the bank is. You make out an elven archer standing on the bank close to the tree line, raising a hand at you. And he gestures
Oh.
and motions for you to come forward.
Off we go.
Gosh. And Tanel's gonna lean down and gently, like, wake Beery. Stay down. Stay down.
I guess I approached the archer.
You all right, Tanel, Beery, you
Yeah, Tanel just says, "Stay down. Something's happening. I'm not quite sure."
Sees the arrow like kind of next to him in the raft. We're under attack. Pops up, grabs the hammer.
I am cautious though. I have one hand on the King's Fear.
he approaches you, both hands up. Peace, friends.
Okay.
He says that in Elvish. I should have said that. He
Oh,
speaks
yeah.
to you in Elvish.
What's he saying?
He says, "Have no fear."
Oh, okay.
Who are you that are not elves of Mirkwood, yet wear such sashes around you?
We are friends of Thranduil. We go with his blessing.
Go where?
That is our business.
And you are in our river. So it is now our
Look,
business.
look.
Yes, Master Dwarf, I can see.
He did say that if you were doing your job correctly, you would see us before we saw you. We're merely passing through. We need to go west and then south towards Rohan.
It is not all who agree with the way that the last king of Mirkwood handles his business.
Okay, he's still King of Mirkwood.
Yes.
That should surely be final. We go with his blessing. We mean no trouble. We're just passing through. He said that you would see us. You have. You're doing your job marvelously, I might add. But now we must depart.
Would you excuse me a moment, but wait here?
Fine.
The elf runs back into the forest. About 5, 10 minutes later.
Tanel, while he's doing that, Tanel's just gonna lean down to Beery and just say, "This is the elven word for now or go, because I don't know how this is going to work." And she tells him the elven word for it.
Okay. I actually don't know that off the top of my head.
I don't know
Chris,
it
we'll
either.
give it a while. We'll look it up later.
Chris, we need you.
It's gonna. I think she's just gonna say go.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, with the meaning of like, let loose, Beery. Just
Let loose.
start swinging.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
So he reaches down and pulls the arrow out of the raft and
Mhm.
just holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
The three of you wait about 10 minutes, and the elf comes back out of the tree line. And behind him comes a very tall, slender female elf with long red hair and approaches the three of you. I am Taria. Tell me, what news of the King of Mirkwood? And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of the Unpredicted Party.
Oh,
I love this. I missed you all so much.
I know.
this has been fun.
We will be back to our regularly scheduled stuff. However, we will not have an after party today. We do because I have to go to a live Let's Play on another Twitch channel. I am playing a Hobbit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
How
I'm very
exciting.
yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Thank you all so much for joining. We will be back again in 2 weeks here on this YouTube channel. Make sure you leave a like. You are subscribed. Join the Patreon if you would like a bunch of after party bonus content, just not this week's. And we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.